should know all about the different types of students that are going to be teaching. Sorry, the microphone just went a bit weird for a moment. Anyway, it's decided enough was enough at this school in Wales, and my life continued as we moved to England, which is where I am now, as we can all probably tell. So yeah, I always remember getting help in assistant teacher throughout primary school. At first I didn't really understand why, because I was at the age where I didn't really understand what autism meant. But all in all, primary school was a lot of fun really. I mean, every year, besides year 6, I won the sack race. I was bouncing more than a jumping bean there from Mexico. But yeah, things went down the toilet a bit in high school. People often picked on me, you know, bullied me, picked on me again, punched me, throw me into a bin, you know, the usual stuff. Except for the fact it's not usual because it shouldn't even happen, right? Right? Thank you. So, yeah, I'm not going to name the school, and this time I'm not going to slip up like I did before, so let's call the school Miseryville. So like, you know, it wasn't a very nice place, I was picked on all the time, and oh jeez, this improvisation thing isn't as easy as I thought it was going to be. Eventually, I drew up the plans to burn down the school. I decided enough was enough. I got the idea from South Park, I will admit. And like, Mum found the plans, and that's what was going on. I explained all the bullying I was going through. And yeah, we sorted things out and I moved schools. Now this is where things become relevant to what you're hearing tonight. Because I decided to put down all my stress and anxiety and teenage misery, well, all teenagers are depressed in some way or another. I decided to write it into a book. You know, like, just write down and see where it took me, really. That's what I do. I improvise. And so, the story of the Missing Princess was born. And created, in the loosest term of the word created. Always wanted to say that. So, like, I'm trying to think where I'm going with this, really, because I usually have a plan to follow, but... What? Yeah, I know, Mum. Look, it's not relevant. Talk to you in a moment. Call you back. So, like, bullying was a really big problem for me, and as I've grown older, I've grown to have a huge resentment for bullies of all kinds. I just don't see why people should get, you know, enjoyment from tormenting other people. Okay, I can appreciate social Darwinism, except for the fact I can't, because it's stupid. But like, we've got to treat each other with respect, don't we? That's what all relationships and stuff are founded on, respect. R-E-S-P-E-C-T, or however you pronounce it. Okay. You know, I think I do need a bit of help after all. Okay, let's see, flip through that bit. Yeah, well basically, I think the reason I got through all this bullying I was going through was because I did writing. So I think the moral here is, you need to have a talent, well not talent, you need to have something to get your mind off it. Because you can't just get yourself dragged down by your misery. I mean, it can feel good to whine and cry and have a little pity-patty. But you gotta focus on the positives, I guess is what I'm saying, and let people know what's going on, because if they care, then they will help. And people did care. Lots of great people I met in schools, like Miss Gerlin, she was an assistant teacher who really helped me, and Mr. Oakes, he was the best teacher ever. Funny story with Mr. Oakes. One time, I was in sixth form, my first year, or was it my second, one or the other, and all three of us in the class forgot our homework the same day. Oh, Mr. Oakes, he took it the best he could. He picked up a chair and threw it across the classroom. Okay, granted, he did miss us on purpose, but, you know, teachers. I used to hate teachers, but now I can see there's good in all of them. Life has been really interesting for me. I mean, I know Mum always says I'm special and all, I'm like a big celebrity and stuff, but I don't see why nobody can't do what I did. It just feels really normal to me, I guess. Then again, I don't really think my name can be used in the same word, same sentence as the word normal, unless of course you're putting is not between it. But really, why should I be normal? Why should I settle for less? I've seen normal people's version of sanity. Quite frankly, it bores me. I'd rather be, what's the word for it, a Luna Lovegood than a Bella Swan. And right there we can see where I stand in the Harry Potter versus Twilight debate. Yeah, immersing myself in hobbies was the way I got through all the bullying I undergone, and, well, bullying wasn't very nice. Does anybody want to hear the worst thing that happened to me? Well, basically, one day, it was year 9, I think, before I moved schools. And like, I was walking out, you know, out to the exit, when a girl walked up to me and said, "Hey Jake, I think I know why you have autism and stuff." And I was like, "Why is that?" Thinking she might, you know, be willing to respect how I was different and stuff. And she said to me, and I quote, "Because your mum drank a lot when she was pregnant with you." I went home in tears that day, but I hear the girl's parents were furious at her, and I actually don't know what happened after that, but I assume she was put in prison. And by prison, I mean she was grounded into her bedroom for years. Anyway, I probably waffled on a lot at this point, even though I love waffles. Particularly with chocolate sauce. Anyway, to get back to the point at hand, oh boy, this is... So can someone give me a prompt here? Anything?
What are you doing now, Joe?
Pardon?
What are you doing now?
Right now, I'm in university. I'm not sure if I should name which one, because it's like privacy and stuff I've heard celebrities have to do, because if celebrities or their detail gets out, people start following them and stalking them and trying to snip off a clipping of their hair. And other such creepy things. I mean, we all know about the Believers, don't we? You know, the cutting for Bieber thing. Ugh. Yeah, I'm studying FTVRS at university, having a great time of it. It's awesome. It's like the Lego movie song, "Everything is awesome." Because it really is at this point. I guess what kept me going through all the bullying was two things: writing and hope. I guess it's just as well Pandora opened the box, really, because she also unleashed hope with it. And I suppose you can't have hope without the other things. I guess it's like yin-yang in a way. But I'm not getting into Chinese philosophy. That's neither here nor there, mainly because we're in England, not China. Yeah, I've probably talked enough at this point, but I would like to say, if one of you has a child who has autism and you think they might have trouble at school, talk to them about it. Make sure to get the story. That's what my parents did. I'm thankful for that, because it's sure sorted out a lot of problems. I mean, well, I kept thinking of how I'd get back at the bullies. Yeah, I was inspired by a lot of things I saw on TV where the main characters would get back at the bullies in humiliating ways. Like the episode of Malcolm in the Middle where Reese was humiliated by those mean girls and then Lois struck back at them. Like one girl got her hair gummed up and got the heads of her dolls clipped off. One girl, I can't mention what happened because this is a family event. And the other got paint thrown at her. I guess I'm a fan of karma or something. Well, I've probably spoken enough at this point. So I hope you all enjoy the evening. You are, aren't you? Yeah. And make sure to go in for the raffle or the bidding. We've got a lot of good stuff on sale. Oh, and also, before I forget, because I have the memory of a dormouse sometimes, I'm selling books out there in the main foyer area, and I'll be willing to sign them for anyone who buys them. There's a limited supply, so first come, first serve. And Karen Ryan, thank you for inviting me to this event. It's been a pleasure being here. Oh, and before I go, would anybody like to hear one of my jokes? No! Okay, let me just think of a good one, because they're so good that Dad sometimes wants rope after he's heard one of them. Okay, I got a good one. Let's think, how did it go again? Okay. Did you hear how the fish got high? He smoked some seaweed. Thank you for being here. You've been a good audience. Good night.